hopefully 2 weeks from now, the not pregnant sign is going to be a completely different story. Because I've spat out my contraception and these boys promised me big and strong swimmers.
I'm pregnant. I have a job to do. I have people to wind up. The videos and the content you might see, it's done for a purpose. My bank account is very grateful for it.
You know how people say, forget about the haters. At the end of the day, you've got your money, so what does it matter what people think? But that's not true. How you make your money and how you get your fame matters. And hopefully by the end of this video, I can convince you of that. Let's say you and I are playing a board game and I cheat in order to win. And you say to me, how could you cheat? That's not fair. And I would say, well, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, I won. But what is the long-term impact of that? You're never going to want to play with me again. The same thing applies to Bonnie Blue's situation. Bonnie Blue is obviously winning in the short term. She's getting lots of money, she's getting lots of attention, lots of fame, but at the end of the day, it is a short-term strategy. Money is not enough to solve all of your problems that you're going to have for the rest of your life. The only problem it solves is having money, but the biggest problem a person has long-term is companionship. And by playing the short-term game of selling her body to any man in the world, she has cut herself out of the actual possibility of a meaningful relationship with a high quality man. Now, what do I mean by high quality man? I don't mean someone driving a Bugatti or something like that. No, I mean a person who's going to hold your hand through the hardest parts of life. Someone who doesn't care when you have wrinkles, someone who doesn't care when you have gray hair, someone who just loves you and wants to walk through life with you no matter what happens, no matter how poor you are, no matter how sick you are. They just want to be with you and build a life and a future with you. That's a high quality man, someone who does that. And this kind of short-term game of selling your body for the sake of fame and attention and money cuts you out permanently from the long-term game of love and companionship. And this is why we tell kids, it's not important to win, it's how you win that matters. And it's the same thing here. If Bonnie Blue was getting attention because she was helping the poor, or she was helping children, teaching children, whatever, that fame and that money, even if it's not a lot, would be so much more valuable than the money she has today. How you win matters.